All right. It is getting dark outside and I am trying to tape. And so the lighting it's not good, but we're going to work with it. Okay. Because we all have the ability to work with stuff. Also, my dog has had a very stressful day and is extremely grumpy. So you might hear all of his grump in the background, and he's just having a day, you all. But I'm not here for that. I'm here for you, and I'm here for this book. So first, let me say hello and welcome. Thank you for tuning in and hanging out with me today. My name is Chantel Levon, and I am here at Always Be Reading. This is a place where we celebrate books and talk about books. It is really just for bookish people. And so I hope that that's you because you're here with me. And if it's not, I'm also known, you guys, to turn people who are not bookish people into bookish people. It is like my specialty. If you are joining me here for the very first time, a big, big welcome to you. Please make sure that you hit the subscribe button so that you don't miss a video and we can stay connected. And also, if you have been here with me and you're coming back, welcome back. It is great being with you. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Did I say that already? I did. And hit the bell button. There's so many things that you have to do to help the algorithm find more of our bookish people, but that's what we have to do. So tonight I'm going to be talking to you about a book that just blew my mind. And it is called A Gentleman in Moscow, and it is by Amor Towles. And I am so excited to share this book with you all. If you have read this book already, could you please, in the comments below, put an emoji face. Let me know if you liked it, if you I loved it, or the emoji face is it was okay. Or you didn't like it. Let me know, and any other things that you want to share. It is a very popular book. I do not know why I did not know this existed, honestly. But I'm so glad when I invited my friend to do Books with Friends. If you all do not know what Books with Friends are, where have you been? Where have you been? I will leave Books with Friends in the show notes below. So my friend Lucilla, I asked her to come on and to do a Books with Friends. It's where I talk about a book with a friend, you guys. It's really like Books with Friends. That's what it is. And she recommended that we read this book. And I was like, I'm game. And I so loved this book. I'm so excited just to tell you a little bit about it. This is non-spoiler. I'm not giving it away. I will say, though, if you do watch the conversation with Lucilla and I that I'm leaving below, that is a spoiler. So only watch that if you already read it, or if you're just one of those kind of people that like to know everything and you'll still read the book. If you're one of those, you can do that. I think my daughter is one of those books because she goes to the end of a book and then to see what happened, and then she'll start from the beginning. It's, there are people like that out there. So if that's you, go for it. So this book, this gem, it's a gem, you guys. It is a gem. It's a gem. This gem takes place in Moscow, and it takes there's many, many years, 3 decades long. So you really kind of go on a journey with Count Rostov, who is this gentleman right here. And he has been sentenced by the Kremlin to be basically on house arrest at a hotel called the Metropole Hotel. And fun fact, there is a real Metropole Hotel in Russia, and there also is a Metropole Hotel in New York too. And they might have some in other cities, but definitely in those two places. And he's sentenced there because they are, this is the transition of power that happened in Russia, and he is a gentleman, and so they are kind of moving away from that model. And so he's been sentenced to house arrest for his life inside of this grand hotel, and he cannot step foot outside of it or he will get shot or something will happen to him like that. And so this story takes just kind of has us go on this journey of what it means to live a life, and to live a life that is good and generous and meaningful in such a confined and limited space. And gosh, this book has it all. There are many different characters that are equally robust and vivid and important and moving in their own right. And this book touches upon so many different themes. There's themes of friendship, of fatherhood. There's themes of memory and displacement, confinement, justice, beauty, civility is another one. I could go on, but I really liked the way in which the language of this, you're just drawn into to the language of it and into this character, this larger than life character that Towles created in The Count, who is, to me, larger than life. He's whimsical and funny. It's a fun book, but it's a book that has serious and heavy moments. I was on a bit of an emotional roller coaster with this one, for real. And some of my emotions caught me off guard. I actually did a video where when I finished it, I was sitting outside of a Whole Foods waiting for my daughter's violin class to finish up, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm sitting out here like crying. What is going on with me? And I'm not a crier. Like it takes a lot to move me. And so yeah, it is just a very interesting ride. I learned a lot about history from the perspective of just how, from the little things, which is what I really appreciated. You see even that the hotel change from what they could serve and what they couldn't serve, where there was abundant times and when there were lean times and what they had to do. Also, you saw how the country changed from the people who were staying and visiting the hotels. Um, and that just showed a lot about just like where the country was at that time by who was coming into the hotel. There are lots of twists and turns and surprises that you will find. This is not a dull novel at all. I was I was invested from the beginning, and I stayed invested through every word. And that's really rare for me, which is why I think it is definitely a top contender for my favorite novel of the year. If you have not read this novel, please do so. There's so much that I could say about it. I said a lot in my video about it with my books with friends, and I definitely want you to check that out again once you've read it, because that is a spoiler zone. We talk about it. Obviously, we are not able to talk about everything because it's hard to do that in an hour, but we definitely do cover quite a bit, and it will give you a sense of what we feel and what we thought was important. I especially appreciated reading this novel in the time that I am currently living in, that we are currently living in America, because it spoke a lot about change, and it spoke a lot about change in subtle ways. There were big drastic change, but then there were also these subtle things that changed, and what it looked like to have integrity and hope, and to be in community in the midst of landscapes that change, some that are out of your control. So again, really, lots of love for this masterpiece here. If you haven't not read it already, do yourself a favor. Pick this up. It is A Gentleman in Moscow. You will not be disappointed, but if you are disappointed, it's okay, and we can talk about it. Leave it in the show notes below. I am up for that. If you've read it and you were like, Chantel, no, I'm so fascinated by that. I want to know about that. So leave it in the comments below, because this is a conversation that we are having here with books. And that's the beauty of what we get to do. Also, if you have any other recommendations for books, I would love to hear it. This is historical fiction. So if there are any other historical fiction books out there that you are like, Chantel, you must read this book, please let me know in the comments below so that I can honor your you must read these books. Since I'm telling you, you must read this book, I will definitely get the books that you are telling me I must read. All right, you guys, that's it. This was just a short little hello to you all. Again, thank you for stopping by and spending some time with me. If you have not done already, if you've reached this point in the video and you have not pressed that subscribe button, what are you waiting for? Just do it right now. Don't say you'll do it later. Do it right now. Put down your drink. Just do it right now. If you're driving, okay. If you're listening and driving, okay. When you're at your destination, you can stop, get there safely, and then click subscribe. But truly, truly, truly hit that subscribe button so we can stay connected and we can continue to grow this beautiful bookish community. There's lots of lovely people here, and I'm so glad that you're going to be a part of it. So thank you for that. That's all I have for now. Please be kind to yourself. I'm going to thank Mr. Kai, my lovely dog, for maintaining himself so that I could tape this video. Until next time, you guys, stay safe, stay sane, visit a local bookstore, treat yourself to a book and a good beverage. And as always, you guys, stay reading. Reading is medicinal. Reading is medicinal. So stay reading. Bye.